Andrew extends his theory into his own business with a unique approach to coaching and presenting through adapting his passion for education, health, personal fitness, and the discipline of martial arts. He holds a Master of Science from the Southern Arkansas University. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Andrew Guy.
Before we begin, please, let me just welcome y'all, okay? Give yourself a round of applause. Don't give me, give yourself. You know that wasn't good, because you sat here for all that time, and that's the best you can do for yourself. Really, think about this. Give yourself a round of applause. Much better. Much better. I want to thank VBEC. I want to thank all of you guys here. I want to thank just your region just putting on an event like this, okay? What I want to talk to you today about is about branding. And to make it simple, branding is you. In a nutshell, it really is you. Most people say, well, it's about a product. I beg to differ. I want you to understand that by the time you leave here, I want to change your perspective on how and what you think about branding. All right? My information is up there. Andrew Guy, speaker, and I'm a wellness professional. Graduated from Southern Arkansas University, kinesiology masters, and this is what I do. I go around to different companies and I do on-site wellness training. And part of it basically is taking into this consideration the branding aspect of things. When I ask you to give yourself a round of applause, that basically is wellness speaking for itself. That is the brand you speaking for yourself. I'm going to be moving back and forth. All right? So I'm going to ask you to stand up for a minute. Just stand up and give yourself one of those ugly stretches. You know when you get up in the morning and you don't want anybody to be seeing you? I mean, just get your ugly on. That's okay. Just, come on now, come on. I know y'all looking awesome. Y'all looking great. Just come on now. Now, I'm going to ask you the last thing. Give yourself a round of applause, and then you can sit down. Because you're not fully warm. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Now you can sit down. We just got some blood flow. That's important. All right? As I ask you to clap, you just elicit or cause the pec major muscles in your chest to move around. You also cause the biceps, the triceps, okay, serratus anterior. Well, we get to all the Latin words, okay? But really what I'm talking about is the muscles in your body that allows you to go. Before your product can go, you have to be going. And before the product becomes anything, you have to make sure you take care of you. Even though the product may not last, you have to last. A great preacher once said that tough time don't last, but tough people always do. So what do I mean by this? Let's move on to the presentation right here. My new book called Work Your Words. You know, a lot of people just yap and jibber jabber. Okay? I'm going to do this. I will do this. I want to do this. But they never end up doing anything. That's why branding is important, because it has to be you first. If you don't work, the brand don't work. Folger's Choice said, the best part of waking up is, no, come on. I know y'all are coffee drinkers. Don't play that with me, okay? Talk to me, okay? It says, the best part of waking up is and if it ain't in your cup, that means you're still sleeping, all right? So that's what I want you to understand. But my essence of getting up is getting up. Because I don't care what's in your cup. If you didn't get up, guess what? Your brain ain't gonna work. You have to work. So I want you to say after me, I am the brand. I am the brand. Hold on, back up for a minute. Hold on. People over here, okay, from here down this way. I am the brand. They cooking with grease. Okay, over here. I am the brand. I am the brand. Now everybody now. Come on now. I am the brand. Now when you believe that, you start to work the words that you speak, and then your brand comes alive. Now check it out. Could you imagine if the president of Toyota shows up right, at one of the plants, right, and said, well, I just want to stop by and see what's going on. They just showed us on TV where they talk about, well, the boss, undercover boss. Anybody seen that? Okay, that's branding. If the CEO shows up, I don't care what's happening in that person's life, it's going to change everything. All of us are going to want to work more. They want to pay attention to detail. That's branding. It's you first, then product. You first, then product. Let's rock and roll. Let's do this. Now look at this spot up here. I know all of y'all can read, so look at that for me. The world. Now we're in York region. We're in one of the best cities in all of Canada. Can I hear you? What? We're in one of the best cities in Canada. But look at that. The world is not just York region. It said the world in which we live is demanding new ideas, new ways of doing things, new leaders, new inventions, new methods, new style, new version, new variations of what? Everything. So what you thought you were doing last year, you may have to change something because you have to change what the T-I-M-E, we call that time. Does that make sense? That's branding. And you have to change first before your product can change. All right? Now, Napoleon Hill said that. Now, this is my topic today. It's talking about establishing the brand. And if you're just going to establish a brand, can I come down and talk to you? Can I come down? I don't do this thing right here because I'm into wellness. I have to move, okay? So I might come up and tap you on the shoulder, my brother. That's wellness, okay? That's branding, okay? Because I don't see the product, I see him. Does that make sense, everybody? When you're going to brand yourself, think about how well are you. Your energy will permeate through the product. That's what I want you to think about. Okay? When you talk about establishing that brand, I want you to think about, how do I want people to perceive me? Do I want to stand behind just a logo and then see my business flourish or fall? If you fall, the business falls. Everybody, how many people have an iPhone? We should call that we fall, okay? Because everybody's using it, right? It will come funny to you when you're going home. That was so funny. I got it. We're using it, honey. We fall. Let's move on. All right. So why do we want to brand ourselves? Because we want to become successful. And success basically is a personal freedom that you have. It becomes personal first before it becomes public. If you're not successful, don't even think about starting a business. When you are successful, you just want to share that success with everybody else. That's branding. That's why you went to business. So you can share your vision, so you can share your dreams with the people that are out there. And then after you share this dream, listen up, y'all. Check this out, check this out. You want it to last. You want it to last. So before you think about branding yourself, think about longevity. Do I want to be here today? Gone tomorrow? Do I want to impact lives? This is what I want you to think about. All right, let's rock and roll. I'm going to be moving around here anyway because I don't do the podium thing. All right? So I hope you're not sleeping because I just come and tap you on the shoulder. You're not sleeping. It says this. So what is a brand? It said it's a distinctive characteristic that what? Defines, identifies, and separates what? A specific. I didn't say thing. I didn't say product. I said what? A purpose. So if the car was created to drive and all of a sudden it's parked in the garage, it's not serving its purpose. Can I hear you? Okay? If the pen was designed to write and all of a sudden it's just not writing, it isn't serving its purpose. If what's the name, Red Bull say, hey, get wings, make me get wings. I drank this up, I ain't got no wings yet, y'all. I ain't flying, I ain't Superman, I ain't got on a cape. So is it serving its purpose? I don't know. Hope we ain't got no Red Bull fans in here. All right? So you have to think purpose. It's purpose driven. From what? From other such things. Your branding should be so specific, it should identify you that it doesn't matter who else come out of the woodworks and want to do something that you do. It's completely different, it's succinct, and it's specific to you. Does that make sense? You got to talk to me. Does that make sense? Wow, sister, there you go. All right. The brand basically has to be personal before it becomes public. It's in here. I have a dream that one day I'm going to have a brand that, guess what? It's going to be Sprite. I'm going to obey my thirst, or whatever you want to call them, other drinks out there. All those guys had a dream, y'all. And then the dream becomes a product. It's first you, personal. Then it becomes public. It has to identify before it becomes discovered. I have to identify this thing, man. And then when I identify this thing, guess what? You won't taste, you be like, ooh, that's so good. And you're going to pass it over to your husband, you be like, ooh, this is good to get right. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now it's discovered, and you're going to tell somebody. Then Facebook say, hey, maybe I need to tell somebody. Then LinkedIn say, ooh, I need to link up with somebody. You understand? And Pinterest say, I got to send a picture and tell somebody. Do you see how that operates? Then the brand that was identified by you is now discovered by everybody else through word of mouth. Work in your words. Oh, y'all are talking. Y'all love this. All right. It must be developed before distributed. It must be developed. You have to develop that brand. That means you have to go to this personal development. Who are you? And how do you want people to see you? When you walk in a room, your brand comes in before you do. And when you leave, it's still there. Like a good or a bad taste in somebody else's mouth, that's your brand. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Yeah. Sister just nod her head right there. So you just stretched out this part right here, the cervical area, and you just did a chin tuck, okay? Awesome. I love it. So that means the pec majors go up, pec minors point down. And guess what? Shoulders a little rounded. So I want you to do this for me, my sister. Rock on. And give her a hand. Give her a hand now. That's branding. Before you leave, I want you to be branded. I want you to think different about your business. I want you to think about the service, and I want you to think about the lives that you impact. Every day you go home, think about the service, think about who you're impacting, and that's how your brand takes off. Because every day you can tweak it. Oh, it's not doing this. And I do a survey. Oh, well, it's not really doing what I wanted it to do. I thought it was going to do this. How can I tweak it again? And it gets better and better, and then you show up with your brand. And even if you didn't show up, guess what? Your brand is there. Yes? She went like, oh. All right. Okay, let's rock and roll. Brand Basics 101. Okay, I won't be before you long. Trust me, I'm going to give you some key stuff, and I'm out the way, like a football. Let's get it. All right? So, a personal creation with a global intention. So you personally created this thing, right? Now, are you just going to sell this stuff in your backyard? You going to sell this in your backyard? So, you going to sell yours in your backyard? It's going to be in the garage, right? Of course not. You'd be like, man, you crazy. That's exactly what he said. So I'm thinking about a global thing. I want this in China. I want people to be speaking Chinese. Like I want them to say everything. I want to be in Africa. I want to say, how are you doing today? I want to be everywhere. That's what I want it to be. Global intention. Because it's first you. Problem-based but solution-focused. What kind of problems do you see out there? You see a problem you see out there? You see a problem out there? Yes, there is a problem. And then when you come up with a solution for that, hey, I think we're talking something good. He liked that. He was like, yeah, I like that. I'm going to do that. That's branding. It's you before the market. It's cost selective but value driven. Cost selective. Okay, I'm not thinking how much it's going to cost me, but I'm thinking how much value I can create for other people. Because you know some people are willing to drive across Canada just to get a good cup of coffee. There's a star, and I think it was a deer, a male deer, a buck, holding the thing, standing up like that, and you drove and you went into your windshield. And this is Starbucks. Come on, talk to me, people, okay? It said it is not a product. It is a personality that does what? Takes on the identity of what? The need that it was created to what? Need. You want the car to move, right? But then you got summer tires on, right? Not really meeting the need, right? So I need to make sure I get some snow tires, right? Then I can move about. Does that make sense? Is everybody getting this? Is this making sense? I want branding to change. I want when you leave here, like, man, I was so glad I was here today. I want you to go home and rethink what you're doing. I want you to go back and say, let me go back to the table. Does that make sense, sir? Come on, man. Give me some of that. Come on. My brother right here. I love this guy right here. Okay? All right. So most important question I want to ask myself, it says this. Why do we need a brand anyway? It's like a fingerprint. It's personal. Can I share his fingerprint? No. Everybody has one and it's specific to that individual. When your brand goes out, they know that's you. They know that's Bobby. They know that's Billy. They know that's Sherry. I hope none of y'all are in here, but anywho, that's what the brand says to you. If you're going to brand a logo, you have to get what's called a trademark. They will do a search to check to see if there's anything else out there that's causing confusion. Right? When they do that, then they say, okay, we'll give it to you because nobody else out there doing that. It's specific. It's a fingerprint. It's you. Does that make sense? All right? All right. It said, who is the brand? Say it with me, people. I am the brand. I am. Sing it with me, sister. I am the brand. How long? How long? Until the need is met. Until the need is met. That's what's up. Until the need is met. That's branding. You want to think long term. Because you want to affect what? Generations. That's branding. That's branding. Say it with me. That's branding. That's branding. That's branding. That's branding. Let's rock and roll. Branding begins and ends with you. Look, you. Yes, I can make a difference. You have to want to make a difference. When you make a difference in people's life, your product, you don't even have to sell it now. It's sold by itself. That's branding. It's about others. It must unite people. It can't just be in your backyard or coming out your garage. You have to think worldwide. You have to think what? Global. Does that make sense? All right, let's rock and roll. I got a few more things I want to talk about, and that's it. I just want to change your perspective on what branding is all about. The process of branding. I gotta have a dream. I have to see bigger. I have to see bigger than my backyard. I have to see the world. That's branding. I have to see bigger than York region. That's branding. Okay? Because people are moving back and forth and they're coming in and going out. You have to affect those people and they're going to take your brand, your dream, where they come from. I guarantee you've also had to step in some mud and then come in here and say, if you have to take some mud inside this room. Yes, you have. That's what happened with the brand. It's about vision. I got to be able to see. And it's about mission. How am I going to do it? And then after that, I got to believe this. I have to believe this. It ain't about religion. It's about I got to believe I can do this. And when somebody uses my product, it's going to change your life. Not for today, but for tomorrow. And for what? Generations to come. I got to believe. And then after I said it, I got to work my words and take action and make it a reality. Do you see that? It's got to be real. All right. Look at this right here. It said the process. We're still talking about the process. Self-discovery. A personal development, you got to identify it. Now, what's the deal? Here we're talking about identifying what? Identify your gifts, your talent, and the purpose of creating the brand. And after that, I want to master myself. I want to package this thing, and I want to distribute this thing. And then if it works well, I want to do what? I want to rinse, repeat, and then guess what? Adjust with the time. That's brand. All right. Brand, I'm sorry. It's a brand identification. It's a new word. It's going to be in the dictionary, soon. Webster called me about it. Tell him to holler back at me later. Brand identification. You can put that in your dictionary and say, yeah, you got that here first. But that's how we roll. He said, unless you tell the world who you are, they will make you into whatever they wish. And that's branding. And that's in the book. If you're not telling people who you are, your purpose and what you want to do for their life, they're going to put a tail on you and call you a donkey, okay? And they may ride you too. That's branding. When you tell people, I'm not a donkey, so hey, I'm really a car, you need a key, put some gas in there, and we can go, that's branding. So they don't mistake your product with somebody else's. That's branding. Personal before public. All right. It says, if you don't know where you're going, then any road will take you there. Any road. Any road. I got 1 minute and I'm all right. Any road will take you there. That's branding. Can you say with me? That's branding. That's branding. All right. Now, branding versus product. Creation. You see, you're creating a brand, which is who? You. Who? You. Girl, if I had $1, I would have given it to you. She paying attention. Attention, not attention. Attention. Check. Who is the brand? Who is the brand? They come in branded. Okay, that's taking care of yourself. All right. Now look, say personal wellness is key. Cart before the horse. Wellness is everything. And in 30 seconds, wellness is everything. It says what? If you have not idea who you are, no idea the power that's inside of you, it's in you. That's right. I want to thank you so much. I want to thank VBAC. I want to thank York Region. I want to thank the mayor. I want to thank all you awesome looking people for coming out here and just listening. I hope you get some nuggets so they can take home and turn into gold. All right. Remember, branding is who? Me. Branding is who? Me. Before it becomes public, right? Branding is who? Me. Me before it becomes public. Have an awesome afternoon.
See what I mean? He just left such an impression on me, and I know that today he's done the same thing.